Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about the Bulova Super Seville. Bulova's offering to rival Rolex in the market in the 1980s. So then, I'm going to talk first of all about what the Super Seville is, what model variants there are, and just generally about it. Then I'm going to talk about this watch here that I'm holding, this red dial that kind of fades into a black dial. This one is for sale at time of recording, and I'm going to talk about this one, which is kind of my daily watch, which is, it appears a black dial on camera, but it has a very nice kind of chocolate brown tint to it under a right light. This one is on a 20mm mesh strap, so I'll talk more about why it's on a mesh strap in a minute. So first of all, talking about the Super Seville. It was launched, I believe, late 70s, early 80s to rival Rolex offerings. It is available with a day date like this, an automatic, a quartz. This one is kind of a full house. It's an automatic day date. In terms of case sizes, you had a 36 like these two. There was also a 30 and a 26mm case size. The depth of the case on this one is 11mm. There were also different offerings of case backs. So this one is a screw down case back, which all automatics have this 11mm screw down case back. At least 36mm did. And some of the quartz ones had a kind of pop off, lever off case back, which was a bit thinner, so quartz movement wasn't quite as thick. I believe he's using ETA movement. I believe it's a 28, 24, might be a -2. I could be wrong, but I believe it is a standard ETA. It does say Bulova on it. So in terms of other dimensions, so obviously case on this one is 36. We could do the lug to lug. So I make that, if we do it this way, I make that about 42mm. Lug to lug. Depth is 11, and then the lug width on the 36 is a nice 20mm. So quite a nice watch, quite easy to put aftermarket strap on, as I've done with this watch. And they were available in a number of colour combinations. There's silver with a nice Jubilee bracelet like this. There's another variant of Jubilee bracelet. This one's got the kind of hidden clasp. As you can see, the Bulova logo. And there was also more noticeable kind of Rolex style clasps. And it was aimed obviously fairly at the Rolexes at the time. These did get quite cheap at one point in time, but now they're starting to become collectible, more expensive, and really of their time. So I'm going to talk a bit more about this particular watch, what it is, why it's for sale, blah blah blah. So it's been fully reconditioned by someone in Asia, which is where these were very popular. Now, I've led to believe that these two are both redials. I could be correct, or I could be wrong. I believe they only came out factory with silver, white, maybe black dials at the time, but these are all redials, but it's nothing to be scared of. And it doesn't decrease the value. In fact, a lot of the redials that were quite popular, particularly in Asia at the time, go for more money, like these two. So how much are you going to expect to pay? So for a bad example, depending on what it is, a lot of the white dials are quite cheap, or relatively speaking cheap, or at the cheaper end they're about £200, and something like this, mint, reconditioned, a full bracelet, 7.5-inch bracelet, will set you back closer to £1,000, which is what this is on Chronik 24 for right now. So what are the drawbacks of a Super Seville? So one I've noticed, which is why this one is on a mesh strap, is if you've got quite skinny wrists, the bracelet, you can't get it small enough. So that's one drawback. Secondly, the quality of kind of a winding mat isn't amazing. But other than that, there's no real big drawbacks. At the end of the day, they are really good watches. The camera just doesn't do them justice. How good looking they are, how good the dials are. Obviously, the ETA movement, you can take it to any watchmaker. They should be able to look at it, service it, and hopefully get it running right. So yeah, so a really good watch in my opinion, and I think a good investment, particularly a nice dial like this one, or the chocolate brown dial. There are also black dials, green dials, grey dials. I believe there's kind of a turquoise one as well. So I'd say don't be scared of the redials. Buy one that you like and try and get one in half decent condition depending on what you're using it for. If it's a daily and you don't really care, then you might want to pay a bit less and get one in worse condition. So that's why, because the bracelet is so small, that's why this one is on an aftermarket mesh strap. You can see the case back. It says it's water resistant. I wouldn't trust it. It's quite old and I'm not sure on the seals. I wouldn't go diving with it anyway. It's not a dive watch, but I wouldn't do that. So I think they're really good watches, particularly for money. Really nice, and they do look Rolex quality, whether on your wrist. Bulova's obviously a known company. So yeah, I thought I'd do this video just to share a bit about these watches, because there's not that much information out on them, and just to share your thoughts, and if you're interested in any Super Sevilles. I've had quite a few over the years, a lot of gold plated ones. Just drop a comment and I'll try and get back to you. There's loads of different variations out there, even this one. You know, it's got different end links to this one, so there's loads of variations with them, and they are really, really nice watches. Yeah, they do, sometimes they're quite good to modify as well. A lot of people do a bit of modifications to them, a bit of personalisation as well, so that's up your street, and they're a bit more obtainable than, you know, a Rolex Day-Date. You know, for example, a Rolex Day-Date with a nice, in this condition, with a nice chocolate dial would be very, very expensive. So yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. Drop a comment if you've got any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.